Pre-drive inspection of the vehicle. Tires. The Traffic Act states that you are obliged to have winter tires on your vehicle from November 1st to March 31st. How do you know if you have winter tires? Winter tires will have a distinctive tread and a snowflake and mountain peak symbol on them. By contrast, all season tires are labeled with the letters M plus S for mud and snow. Tire tread depth is extremely important. Summer or all-season tires must have a minimum tread depth of 1.6 millimeters, while winter tires must have a minimum tread depth of 4 millimeters. Before driving, you need to check the tire air pressure using a pressure gauge. The pressure needs to be measured when the tires are cold. In most cases, the required pressure figures can be found inside the fuel cap cover. Look for the appropriate tire size as well as vehicle or axle weight. It's good to know what the numbers and letters indicate on the tire index. Here we see first the tire width in millimeters. Next comes the profile number or aspect ratio. It is the ratio of the height to width as a percentage. Then the type of tire construction, next the diameter in inches, and finally the load index and speed rating. Tires should not have any damage such as small items stuck in the tread. The sidewalls of the tires cannot be damaged or scratched either. Tire tread must show signs of symmetrical tire wear across the entire width of the tire. Noticeable partial tire wear indicates incorrect axle alignment. These same tire requirements are applicable to trailer tires. Electrical components. Before we begin checking the lights on the outside of the vehicle, it's good to get familiar with the indicator symbols and controls on the main dashboard. Symbols inform the driver about the proper function of various devices and are functional when the engine is turned on. Warning lights are red or orange in color. Red lights signal serious hazard or warnings. You should not continue driving when red control lights are displayed. Examples include the active handbrake symbol and the fasten seatbelt indicator. Orange control lights indicate less serious malfunctions that would usually allow you to continue to drive. For example, the low fuel tank indicator or the electrical error symbol. Modern vehicles are able to indicate when a light is burned out on the outside of the vehicle through the use of control symbols or computer messages on the dashboard on the inside of the vehicle. However, it's a good idea to check the outer lights on your own, the license plate lights, the side lights, the daytime running lights, which turn on automatically when the engine is started. They are used when driving in clear visibility and are only on the front of the vehicle. The low beam headlights, which are turned on while the engine is running by turning their switch. They are only used when driving in low visibility conditions. The high beam lights. The fog lights. Note that they can be turned on only if the low beam lights are on. Pulling out the switch partially turns the front fog lights on, while pulling further on the switch will turn on the rear fog lights. The turn signals are blinkers. Hopefully our students are familiar with their on-off operations and will use them accordingly during the final driving exam. The hazard warning lights and the reverse or backup lights. In case it turns out that any of the lights are burnt out, a light bulb may need to be replaced or the appropriate fuse may need to be checked in the fuse box. One further precondition to vehicle operation is that the vehicle battery is sufficiently charged. Fluids. The level of certain fluids needs to be checked, especially before a long trip. Windshield washer fluid, brake fluid, coolant, and engine oil. Windshield washer fluid needs to be added to the windshield fluid reservoir. It needs to be checked and/or replaced before winter, or at the very least be sure to dilute the mixture with winter antifreeze mixture. The brake fluid level needs to be checked in the reservoir located near the main brake cylinder. The level should be between the marked min and max lines. In case it's low, it needs to be filled with the fluid prescribed by the vehicle manufacturer. Coolant. The coolant level is checked by looking at the lines on the expansion tank. If we need to add coolant on our own, we need to use only the coolant type that is approved by the vehicle manufacturer. Be certain to wait until the fluid cools down before opening the filler cap. Engine oil. The engine oil level is checked by looking on the oil dipstick. It has to be wiped after it is pulled out and then reinserted before you can read the level accurately. Intervals between engine oil changes are set by the vehicle manufacturer. All fluid measurements need to be done while the vehicle is on a flat surface prior to starting the engine. Cleaning. It is important to clean all the vehicle windows before driving. This will allow the driver to have an unobstructed view in all directions. During the winter season, a quality scraper and ice defroster are important. And during summer season, wipes for cleaning the windows are equally important. The same care should be given to the rear view mirrors. The traffic code also states you are required to clear snow and ice from the roof of your vehicle prior to driving. In regard to trailers, a canvas cover is required. A trailer without such a cover can be a danger to other vehicles. The vehicle license plate should also be clean and clearly visible, and while you're cleaning it, be sure to check the technical inspection sticker's expiration date. Necessities. The traffic code defines certain mandatory car equipment. That equipment consists of a spare tire with replacement toolkit that includes a hand jack and the spanner or wrench to loosen the tire bolts and wheel covers. Exceptions to this requirement include vehicles which have specially designed tires that allow for emergency driving, and vehicles equipped with a means for dismantling and repairing a damaged tire. The last exception is vehicles with the relevant insurance that guarantees tire replacement service non-stop in all areas of the Czech Republic. Also required is a portable warning triangle, as well a reflective safety vest placed near the driver's seat is required, and an automotive medical kit with the prescribed content is required. Fuses or bulbs are no longer part of the mandatory car equipment. Nevertheless, it's highly recommended to have those available. When pulling a trailer that's over 750 kilograms, all of the mandatory car equipment is also required equipment for the trailer. That includes the appropriate replacement tire and rim, as well as at least one tire chalk. Finally, while driving, it is required to have the vehicle registration confirmation and the liability insurance green card. Load. An appropriate load distribution is important for safety. The driver is always responsible for that. In the event of an accident, loose items can be tossed about in the vehicle, causing injury to passengers. Assuring appropriate load distribution in a trailer and securing it against movement is also very important. An unsecured load can be thrown about in an accident, significantly impacting trailer stability and potentially causing damage. Adjustment. It is very important to appropriately adjust the car seat, steering wheel, headrest, and safety belt. It's also important to adjust the rear view and side mirrors to allow a clear view behind the vehicle. Thank you for watching this video to its end. We wish you the best of luck during the final exams.